It says, don't just listen to stories, inhabit them. It says, don't just accept the limits, overclock beyond them. It says,
No, wait, sorry, we're live. Hello, everybody, and this is the PC Gamer section of the E3 press conference. Hopefully, we'll see some interesting stuff here.
Definitely. Here's hoping.
Some stuff here.
Definitely.
From mountaintops
Here's hoping.
to dungeons. From deep water.
Every game is Battle Royale now, yes.
Yep.
Every game is Battle Royale now, yes.
Yep. To mass engagements. There is magic in PC gaming. Let's celebrate that magic together.
Here we go.
This is the PC gaming show.
The show which a lot of us are waiting for a very long time. As this is presented by PC Gamer, who are possibly one of the biggest.
Is this PC Gamer Show?
Yep. Oh, hello, Chris.
Oh, I'm late.
How are
I'm
you?
late.
They've just begun to start.
They've just started. You're right on time, Chris.
I completely forgot.
Nah, that's fine. Don't worry. We're not doing cameras, so you should be good.
Yes.
Kind of you want that.
Okay, I was in talking about
My
home
name
today.
is Dane, and I'm your host today. I am delighted to be here. We have a
Now there's three of us, we could actually do cameras.
this afternoon. First, all of you came out to the Wiltern. Thanks for joining us. The Wiltern is just a beautiful venue here in Los Angeles. To all of you online on Twitch, thanks for joining us. To those co-streaming partners, Kay as well, I'm talking to you, Dropped Frames. Great to have you here. And
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what we get here.
to all the
Definitely.
wonderful sponsors that help make the PC Gaming Show come back again for the 4th straight year. Now,
Oh,
good on you. Now, I'm not the only host here this year. I have my co-op partner up in the balcony. It's Frankie Ward joining us today. How's it going, Frankie?
Hey, Sean.
She's a really nice person,
in the
spoken to her
balcony with
before.
A bunch of creative new PC games coming your way. From Warfare's latest updates to some offbeat indie gems.
I do like how you call it 5 peeps and 3 peeps, Chris.
Are so excited for the show to get started. We have over 30 games we're going to be looking at across the next 90 minutes. So let's get it underway. Our very first title is from Coffee Stain Studios. Their game has absolutely massive construction as well as automation. Let's take a look at Satisfactory.
A game is called Satisfactory. Brilliant.
I wonder if it's good enough.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah, we'll be able to find out if it's satisfactory or not.
Oh, it's definitely going to be satisfactory.
Oh. I'm playing Rocket League against James.
Nice.
Okay, another No Man's Sky game.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting the vibes of. So No Man's Sky, but with actual base building.
Yeah.
So it looks like physical transportation of resources is going to be a big part of this game,
Yeah.
instead of just having your
Yeah.
usual controlling them all somewhere. Which is a fairly interesting.
I think I actually built train now.
This actually looks quite cool.
It's basically 3D Vector. What the fuck is that? It's
Yeah, it's a
basically
dog.
3D Factorio.
Ever seen the blog?
Now I get the name.
And it's also a pun.
Joining me on the stage
Good old
to talk about
Satisfactory.
is the game director at Coffee Stain Studios. It's Oscar Gilsayan.
This guy always has a permanent smarmy look.
Come here,
The main
Oscar.
presenter right now, not Oscar.
Welcome to
The
stage.
main guy always just looks a bit
Thanks
sort
for
of...
joining us today. Thank you. Now, Oscar, I just want to begin right away by asking, what is Satisfactory all about?
Satisfactory is essentially about building these huge automated factories.
I like building the
so you
automated
play
factories.
as an engineer that's
I love that
been
on
sent
Tackle.
to work,
Neil to Green seems like it's in a league of its
you're
own.
gonna build this enormous machine. It was hinted at the end of the
Huh?
trailer there.
Yeah.
I don't get it
To
either,
build that,
Chris.
you need a whole ton of parts.
Anthony does that.
I don't get it, Gabe.
So you'll
Anthony,
start
do you
out
get
pretty
it?
simple.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
Few machines.
It's rocketing ahead of other game. Oh, she's making puns about Rocket League.
Finally, you need to start cutting down trees and replace them
We're not
with
even streaming Rocket League.
medium concrete.
And,
Oh,
you know,
sorry, we're getting
for people who
comments.
haven't played this
Yeah,
type of
actually got
game,
Gabe in the
give
chat.
me an example of
Oh,
what
hey,
an
Gabe.
advanced
Comments.
resource might look like.
Right. After a while, you'll need to create something more advanced, like a computer, for
Yeah.
example.
You're Gabe, tell James we
At
suck.
that point, you'll have some copper stuff set up, your wires and cables. But
I think the com was in the wrong place there, but who cares?
Oil. So you need to go out,
No, it's in the right place.
find this oil,
Yeah.
build some oil pumps and oil refineries, and set up a transport with self-driving vehicles.
No, this
We-
definitely looks interesting. I hope that they do something sort of competitive with it.
There's a lot of games where you build a house or a
And the
small
interesting
town.
thing you
How
saw in
much
that
area
last
are we
little clip there
talking about
was
when
you
the
saw
factory
the
exists?
conveyor belts going over and under
This,
each other.
factory will grow enormous.
As I say, it's like 3D Factorio.
The main part, which will
It goes up and down and all around.
start spreading
Yeah, so you're able to actually physically control what you're doing with it.
Just building these massive, tall buildings.
Yeah, Gabe only just got here. We weren't ignoring her.
But including the resources that you need to gather from basically all over the map.
Yeah.
So you'll have vehicles driving all over.
Now, I want to ask about the first-person perspective because these types of games typically are top.
Oh, hold on, the entire thing's first person.
We
Yeah.
want it to feel like the player's the one.
That'll make building a whole lot more
You know,
difficult.
when you've built a bunch of stuff, you can see these enormous
But more interesting.
structures towering above you. But also when
Speaking
you
of
go
which,
out
when are we
to
playing
explore,
Ark?
You'll be the one
When I
you
could
go
afford it.
through the underbrush
It's,
and the whatever.
I mean, in the
14.99 just now.
a lot more to
You were
explore
calling me out? Why are you calling me out, Gabe?
Yeah, the map is.
Oh, we're friends,
we made a
bro.
point to make it big and varied.
Thought you were my
And
bro,
it's about,
bro.
30 square kilometers in size, so it's kind of enormous.
Wow. Hey, one final question. I saw multiple engineers there. How does multiplayer work?
Oh, it's a co-op game. So you'll start up a server and play with your friends.
Yep, the Ark.
Great. Now, tell us.
If we
how
get a
do
server
get our
going, me and my
hands on
girlfriend
this
will
game?
play.
So we got a closed alpha.
No,
in the coming months.
I think
So
we're
you can
waiting.
sign up
Chris and
for,
that was the only one that
closed
didn't have it.
alpha at satisfactorygame.com.
Oh, closed alpha for Satisfactory.
Then you'll know.
Go to www.satisfactorygame.com.
That is
Seems-
Wait, who are you waiting on?
I think Stuart's the only one that doesn't have it.
Okay, you said Chris.
Yeah, that's what I said until I can afford it.
We do indeed, Sean.
Yeah, and like I said, it's
Here's
only
something we
$14.99 just now.
love about the PC platform.
Yeah, I'll
It's such
consider
fertile
buying it.
ground for creative ideas from small teams.
Can anyone look that?
NeoCab is an emotional survival game set in the future about gig labor,
I think sure it is.
and the experience.
No, I'm signing
having-
up for...
I'm having real trouble
Perhaps
spelling
the
it for some
last
reason.
of your kind. From the brand new indie studio Chance Agency, let's watch the first gameplay trailer for NeoCab.
Oh no, I don't have one of these style games. I don't want to be reading all these lines.
Hmm.
Oh, she's an Uber driver.
Sign up for a chance to be part of the Clues beta. Or alpha.
Oh god, so this is basically a lift game. It's a game about lift.
NeoCab.
Now, our next game, believe it or not, is in the battle battle royale genre. Of course, it's E3 2018. What do you expect? We have several
Yeah, several battle royale games.
Oh,
Nice.
God. Let's just all switch off our brains until this is done.
Flexible. Players play in an ever-shrinking space until there's one last standing. So developers have already been doing all kinds of different explorations of what this could possibly be. And our very first battle royale game that we'll be introducing today has up to 1,000 concurrent players.
Wow.
Mavericks Proving
Mavericks.
Grounds.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually waiting for this.
I actually kind of want to see this.
MPB.
This is the one that's like way bigger than everything else.
Game engine footage. And it does actually look pretty decent.
Sorry, guys, I'm just
Yeah,
going to refresh
the-
the stream.
Satisfactory servers are down. Satisfactory servers.
Yep. It caused a little bit of an overhaul.
I got signed up, but then I had to confirm the confirmation link. Yeah, it's like this map is something like 4 times the size of Orangale.
Oh, breaching charges, that's fun.
Even at that destructible environments. Oh, sniper.
Barrett.
Variable weather.
I really want to see gameplay of it.
Speak of the devil.
Yep, you were saying?
Although it's probably going to be pre-rendered stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's pre-rendered, it's just got the HUD off.
Wow, that person's a really bad shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely pre-rendered. They didn't even aim there.
They're not going to have it true Battle Royale-esque and it's coming down into the middle every time.
Oh, close beta.
Joining me on the stage to talk about Mavericks Proving Grounds is the CEO of Automaton Games. It's James Thompson.
What was it? Mavericks GG /
Their website's down. .gg. I don't know.
James, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, their website's
Now,
down.
I want to immediately ask,
What's the
what
website?
about
Mavericks.gg.
Proving Grounds distinguishes itself from other battle royale games?
Yeah, well, as you said, it's a very popular formula, and you know that long.
Basically
God,
everything,
is this guy 17?
everything they link to the website just goes straight down.
Because they're not expecting the hundreds of thousands of people coming in.
But really, it's
I have a feeling this game was made as a university project and it's sort of turned into a major game.
and those elements sort of combining together.
Yeah, I want to zoom in right on the 1,000 players aspect. How does that really shift the dynamic from the, say, 100 that we're typically used to?
Well, it's really about combining scale with the depth of simulation. So the fact that together, what you actually have is a landscape that means you're making decisions off a lot more information.
Yeah, I mean, because you hinted at that twice now. Like, what do you mean by there's a lot more information in the environment for players to process?
So take a concrete example, right? So let's say a player's walking through the map, they'll be leaving footprints, they'll be displacing foliage, like grass bending.
That's accurate.
You know, siege-style gameplay in houses, that's like a lot of destruction systems that sort of together make the map
Yeah, there's
much more of a dynamic
it's like
environment.
a recent
Yeah, Anthony,
history
check
of your
VC
venue.
response.
You know, I want to ask about what more is in store for Mavericks Proving Grounds. I understand that this has a lot more out-game features than someone might expect.
Yeah, so it's not
Okay, so that's actually quite big.
You enter the game
Yep.
through the capital, which is our sort of assistant social hub. So we draw from the MMORPG side of things.
Interestingly,
The full world, not just a map.
it's double the size,
It's got a consistent game plan.
roughly, just over double the size.
But really it's about bringing
Or
this
4
all
times the
together
size, sorry.
into something which makes a much richer
Now, where can people go?
Yet, it's just under 4 times size, yet there's 4 times more players.
Signing up for the closed beta, you can do that now at mavericks.gg/closed.
Sign up before 7 in Virgin and get a free content pack.
This week you'll get special in-game content for free from E3.
Well, awesome.
And we have only 100,000 slots for the first group signing up, so
Right on.
that will give you some beta access. But I'm sure there are a lot more people than that on the stream, so hope you do that if you're interested in.
Well, James, thanks so much for joining us once again. That's
I want to.
mavericks.gg.
Yeah, it's
Our
now
very
it's down.
next game helps showcase the extraordinary power of modders. Frankie, tell us about it.
It does indeed, Sean. On PC, we don't just play what's given to us. We mod games to make our own experiences. And for many developers, modding is a way to turn a hobby into a career. The Forgotten City is the perfect example.
What, Atlantis?
It's a standalone game that's a reimagining of a wildly successful mod. In fact, the first mod in history to win a National Writers Guild Award. For the first time ever, here's gameplay from the Forgotten City.
So it's a mod of what? That's the question.
No
Yeah.
idea, I probably can't say.
Rise, Son of Rome, maybe?
No. Definitely not.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's a reimagining of a mod, right?
And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did.
So it's a mod of a mod?
Yeah,
I've spent a lifetime in this place.
essentially.
An ancient underground
It's a
city.
mod from Skyrim.
Its existence.
What's this
long
game called?
forgotten.
The Forgotten
Searching
City.
for a way out. All I found was a window into the past.
It would have been a Skyrim Special Edition mod, wouldn't it? Or just original Skyrim mod?
Everyone
Just original Skyrim mod.
Ah, Midas.
set things right.
Golden Touch,
Whatever
yeah.
I did, it took me right back to the beginning. It's all up to you now.
Parkour.
Go back, investigate, talk to everyone, help them out if it'll win their trust. Bend the rules as far as you
Oh,
can.
how's their gun?
Figure out who's responsible for this.
Because it's probably a time travel thing.
Never do it.
Gonna be honest.
There was a little girl in Modern Clothing.
Save yourself.
I'm guessing it's a time travel thing, so they send you back in time to fix stuff.
Sins of the one. Coming up on the PC Gaming Show, what's next for Killing Floor 2?
Oh.
And an unannounced game from Tripwire Interactive. And now your host.
Well, it's not unannounced anymore, is it?
Our next game is a blast from the past. It's not a sequel or prequel or remake, but rather an entirely new game altogether. Let's take a look at Stardock's Star Control Origins.
That's plenty of stars.
Seriously?
Long ago, the Singularity formed, its creators uplifted into something beyond our understanding. These beings, now known as the Lexites, left Earth, traveling to multiple planets in our solar system, before vanishing altogether. This is why we are here. Welcome to Star
Do you ever wonder why we're here?
a state-of-the-art international
No.
space agency, tasked with the exploration of our solar system and the defense of
Oh, look, it's Mads Mikkelsen, just younger.
Here reside the world's brightest minds and greatest technology, brought together by a strong curiosity to discover the unknown. Help us pioneer the future. Join today.
Star Control has accelerated the construction of our new modular deep solar system vessel specifically for this mission. It's the fastest, most expensive ship humanity has ever made, Captain.
Chief Viscosity Officer. That's a very interesting title.
Yeah.
Oh, I got on the site.
What?
Mavericks, how's that got on?
It's probably because Cloud, I managed to put it off Cloudflare again. Might be applying for a new job as well, which I cannot tell you about, incidentally.
Not really something to talk about on stream anyway.
No. Just giving a heads up.
Nah, I'm not a massive fan of what this looks like, to be honest. Star Control. If I'm brutally honest, it's just not my thing.
Joining me to talk about Star Control is the director of production at Stardock.
Ah, no, website's on again.
Thanks for joining me on stage today, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
So now just tell us straight up, what is Star Control all about?
So Star Control is an open universe action RPG. You can visit dozens of aliens, hundreds of different stars, thousands of different unique planets, and you can land on each and every one of them. And when you're driving around the planets, you can jump over canyons, blast critters, and then you can venture out into the solar system and do ship-to-ship combat with hostile aliens.
And I want to ask, since I know that the story is a big part of this game, with it being open world, how do you make sure that the story still stays as the focus for the player?
Yeah, so we're really excited about the story that we prepared for Star Control. It's funny, it's creative, but also has some dark, sinister side to it. However, what we're very proud and very excited about is we have an infinite universe. That is, we are fully simulating the entire universe at all times. So even if you're on some podunk little moon in the corner of the universe, the aliens are still moving around the universe, doing their own thing, exploring and interacting with each other.
So it's not just like at a planet there's the same town whenever you visit it. It depends on how the simulation has driven it forward.
Right, exactly.
That cannot go well.
This infinite universe is the glue that connects my story.
They're talking about basically the game changing.
Be a big part of Star Control Origins. How does modding work?
So what's your favorite science fiction show?
Probably Firefly.
Yeah, so what would you think of making Firefly Season 2?
Shit, that's a lot of pressure, Patrick. Well, you're putting me on the spot on stage right now, yeah.
We have a week to do it. So.
Another huge height
In
difference.
Star Control Origins, you can create your own ships, your
How
own
tall
planets,
is
your
he?
own galaxies. You can
Oh, I forgot what
travel
the
your
RT
adventures
podcast
and
on.
share them with your friends online.
So someone else can take care of Firefly Season 2. That's up to you. Now, last thing I want to ask about is how multiplayer works.
Right. So in the game we have
Wow, RTX have a student discount on tickets.
Which I'm really now considering.
For Austin.
Really considering it.
It's still an expensive flight.
I know, but still.
But anyway, get back focused.
Wow, I mean, I'm not particularly interested in this game. You guys can be focused on this one. I'm just going to sort of zone out and browse the internet for a bit.
I'm just trying to register for this beta.
Lovely. Guys, definitely be sure to head over
Oh, that's
to
lovely.
StarControlGame.com and check them out on Steam and GOG as well.
And one more thing, we are happy to announce at the PC Gamer Show that
September 20th.
launching on September 20th, 2018.
Look for it on September 20th. Now, our next game was PC Gamer's favorite game from E3 last year.
Oh.
It is Hunt Showdown.
I have a friend whose friend worked in this game.
Nice.
What's coming for Hunt Showdown just after
They told me I have to buy it.
Crytek. So you are being hunted.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Like they even told me I had to put it on my wish list.
No, this is actually really good. It's a duos game, single life. When you're dead, you're dead. So that sort of style thing.
You did, you did.
You did.
But basically, what happens is if people aren't dying fast enough, the game starts spawning in enemies.
So you can't really stealth it. You have to at some point.
Yep. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was 8 players. So it was 4 teams of 2. Might have gone as far as 8 teams of 2, but I'm not 100% on that one. So they showed that last year and it looked really cool. Buy it now.
I wasn't mentioned in a comment. Okay.
I am here with Guy from Skydance.
Everyone goes to Steam. Steam is about to crash.
Anytime soon. Guy, now Hellfire, in fact, sorry, Archangel.
26 quid. That's fairly reasonable
Hellfire,
for Hunt.
What changes is that going to make?
Well, players really loved the single-player narrative, but they all kept telling us the same thing. They said, we really want it multiplayer, and we want it off-rails. And we kind of thought, that's a completely different game, but let's give it a shot. And so we got a crack team together. They put something really special. We got 4 maps, we got 6 different mechs, tons of weapons where you could just blast through the environment and other mechs alike. And it's really just an amazing experience. You can zip around in your mech, you can tower over others. It's just something special that I
And
can
when
try right now.
is this coming out of early access? So you just said we can try it right now, but you've got the full version launching soon, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's coming out in July 17th. But you can try it right now if you want in early access. Help us iron out the kinks and break some mechs along the process.
I am no good at ironing out kinks, as I think people at home can see, Guy. But as a heavy mech woman, I can't wait for you to be my light mech wingman in that 2v2 PvP. So let's take a closer look at Archangel Hellfire.
Let's do it.
This looks okay.
Interesting.
Don't like it at all.
It's not my style of game, but it looks okay.
The graphics are terrible to me.
It looks okay. Doesn't look good, it looks
Our
okay.
next title is one I've been looking forward to for quite some time. It's from the makers of Sherlock Holmes, and it's a delightful-looking Lovecraftian mystery. It's called The Sinking City, and joining me to talk about it is the
I do think the
community
presenter's like
manager,
6'5",
Sergey
because
Oganessian. Welcome, Sergey. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank
yeah,
you.
you've earned a handshake.
Yeah, you
Welcome
nailed
to
that
the stage.
pronunciation.
I love that you lie to me so kindly.
What's that noise?
You know,
Chris.
I wanna ask right away, the Sinking City, there's a lot of open world third-person
Chris is on his
type
phone.
games. What makes the Sinking City
Which isn't a
different
problem.
from what a player might expect?
It's just very loud.
Well, I mean, The Sinking City is an open-world action investigation game inspired by Lovecraft. And we believe that these three elements already make the game pretty unique. And you know, when I say that you can be a detective in a world, in a supernatural world.
In a world.
And, cosmic fear. Like,
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be able to fly to Austin because I'd have to stop off in JFK. Just a point.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of games in the open world genre that are focused on.
Oh no, you could do it
say
direct, but once
investigation
again,
is at
that's
the
off
core.
topic.
What are
Yeah.
investigation mechanics? What does it look like?
Once we're done on
So
this,
the
I'll
first thing you should
discuss
know
that.
right off the bat is that we are not going to offer any hand holding for the player. We will not give you any clear objectives in your diary or markers on the map telling you.
Okay, so
where to
complete
go or
control
when to
over what you
go
want to do and when you want to do it.
figure
So
that
that's a
out.
terrible idea.
Instead, we will give you
Giving that
information,
much to players.
hints, evidence,
It's like saying to players,
clues,
here, have free reign.
things to examine,
Yeah,
people
for
to
as
talk,
well.
suspects to question. And we will
I'm
ask
actually
you
talking to
in
my
return
friend
to use
whose
your read
friend
through
works
your
on
intuition
Showdown.
to,
Mhm.
Apparently they
experiment
were
with your
so annoyed
findings,
because
or
they
maybe,
had planned to have a
find
big
way
presence at
how to
E3.
progress. And what you should
Yeah.
also know is that
Well,
finding
I
these
weren't able to
clues
go,
will not
unfortunately.
only help you understand what's going on and get a better understanding of the world and its people, but it will also help you maybe change the course of your investigation.
You mentioned the world itself. I mean, the footage that I've seen through the years has just been absolutely beautiful. Talk to me about the world that we're in and what investigation is at the core.
So the game takes place in this fictional city of Oakmont in the state of Massachusetts. The city which is flooded. There is a terrible disaster going on which has claimed like thousands of lives. And also it seems like it awakened frightening monsters which now roam the streets of Oakmont. People that live in the city, they are very different, like different social classes, gangs, cultists, poor people, rich people, but they are all united by fear. They are all afraid, maybe except for the cultists, of course. They are all afraid that, for their lives because of the flood, because of the monsters. And we actually want to understand what's going on. We want to understand what lies behind this ostensibly supernatural flood. And what's even funny is that while everybody's afraid, nobody wants to leave. But this is kind of a different story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've talked a little bit about the story world and how it's inspired by Lovecraft. What about the
Sanity
game
mechanic?
You mentioned the sanity mechanic in the past.
Indeed, we do have a sanity mechanic which directly impacts gameplay. When
Yes,
I hear
factory
he's under a lot of
soda.
stress, when he sees something
Mavericks is
supernatural,
up,
something
guys. Mavericks is
disturbing,
up.
or even when he's making choices in the story which he's not comfortable with making, he will begin
Hey,
to
just
lose
sorry,
his
I'm
sanity.
signed up for this house very bad.
He will start
I'm
to
signing up for
have
Mavericks right now.
hallucinations, he will start to hear distorted sounds, which will allow the player to
By the time I
understand that
put up my
something is
details,
actually
it
going
crashed
wrong.
again.
Maybe we need to, step back and do something about that. As of right now, we're still fine-tuning this mechanic because we are still looking, for the sweet spot between impact on the gameplay and impact on the story.
Since we're almost out of time, I still just have to ask, what are the sweet monsters that we're going to get to see in the game?
Oh, we have different kinds of monsters. We have different kinds of archetypes, with different abilities. And, we actually give you tools. The game is not about fighting monsters. Investigation is the core of the game. But we give you tools to defend yourself. So we give you weapons, we give you skills, we give you even certain traps. In return, we ask you that you make a decision, because the game is about making a decision. Ammunition is scarce, and you will have to adjust your tactics accordingly.
So I know
Thanks for registering for the Satisfactory Alpha.
what the game is like. Where can they go to find out more information?
So if you're hungry for more, you can always follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
I still can't get on Mavericks. I'm gonna get the
Facebook,
the non-live version.
YouTube, Frogwares. So go there, and this is definitely the place to go if you want to learn more.
Well, I'm super excited personally to see how it turns out. Thanks for joining me on stage, Sergey.
Nope.
The Sinking City. Now, our next
Killing Floor?
of Warframe. Talk to me, Frankie.
Well, we all know the PC
Warframe?
is home to some of the
Oh.
most devoted communities
I think I
in
tried it like
gaming,
once now, though.
and one of
So-
the
Yeah, I
most
didn't enjoy it when I played it.
undoubtedly belongs to Warframe. Last year, the game got its first open world update, Plains of Eidolon, and the next epic cinematic
Yep,
quest
signed
is
up.
called The Sacrifice. And we've got the exclusive launch trailer for you.
Signed up for Mavericks. Oh, that was a bit of a bad sound mix. So it's very Destiny.
It's always had that sort of look. Thing is, it's got a lot of focus on both melee combat and being a shooter.
Yeah.
Megan Everett, Community Manager at Digital Extremes, joins me now. Megan, tell me more about The Sacrifice.
So The Sacrifice is the latest installment of our cinematic quest. It continues a story that we started in The Second Dream, continued with The War Within, and then Apostasy Prologue. So at the end of last year, we kind of shattered some hearts and left them with a bit of a plot twist, and I'm not going to spoil it for people who want to maybe catch up. But what I can say is that, obviously from the trailer that you saw, the wait for Umbra, the 3-year wait, the Umbra Warframe is finally over. The creepy guy at the end of the trailer there, Ballas, plays a pretty big role in this quest.
It's not a bad game to me, honest.
Again, not going to spoil
It's not a bad
lot,
game to me.
but I can say that it's coming
Come on,
this week.
Mavericks.
And you guys are actually currently waiting, well, as well as the update, you're working towards TennoCon right now.
Yes, so it's going to be another big year for us, and I'm really excited for it.
Well, let's take a look at last year's event to get an idea of what TennoCon is all about.
Team 17. Oh, worms.
What do you think the mega reveal at 10 Live is going to be?
Can you tell me anything about this Umbra thing that's maybe going on or whatever?
It was pretty amazing. Like, it's a whole new direction for Warframe and all this. You got all these other games coming out, but this one's free.
When's 2018 happening? Get it started.
Oh, that's disgusting water.
Given that the
Ugh.
community knows you as
What's up?
Auntie Megan,
Fit water.
it must be
Oh.
huge for you to be at TennoCon.
TennoCon is really special for really everyone that works at Digital Extremes. The developers
Yeah, Anthony, I
pour
just
their heart
DM'd you.
and soul into what we do for TennoCon, and I know for me it was literally like the best day of my entire career. I know Rebecca, our community director at home, was watching. But last year when we did the Plains of Eidolon, open world expansion reveal, Rev and I were actually doing that as a live demonstration in front of everyone, and we had practiced it for months, and it went as flawlessly as we could have ever hoped for. And we actually, like, as people were cheering, it's pitch black on stage. Rev and I look at each other and we just kind of fist pump and both started crying because we didn't crash the demonstration. So if you if you watch Tenno Live this year, if you're there, you can definitely probably.
Oh, apparently you even have a video up with
tears
Division
and
2.
emotions, 'cause it's a really big day.
Yeah,
for us.
they've been at the film stuff at E3.
Bring tissues for yourself, for me, for everyone involved, because there will be some tears probably.
But if you can't get to TennoCon because unfortunately it is sold out, how can you
Oh,
watch it?
more games on the Mixer Mixpot
On
today.
twitch.tv/warframe.
Quick to Mixer.
And PC Gamer is also hosting as well on their Facebook and Twitter.
And you get free stuff by watching Twitch?
I don't know what they are,
So
though.
if you want to link your Warframe account to your Twitch account, and all you have to do is watch and get some free stuff.
Fantastic. So that's happening from July 7th, and you'll be able to watch TennoCon live through PC Gamer's Twitch channel and the Facebook page. Thank you, Auntie Meg.
Sean, it's over to you. Thank you, Frankie, and thank you, Warframe. The next name is one I grew up with, Sega. They've become a prolific publisher of Japanese games known for their fully featured ports, especially beloved by this guy on the left. Sega's bringing a shining resonance.
That's
of
the way to
PC
deal with a
and
heckler.
console the same day, and Shenmue is going to be coming later this year. They have all sorts of games coming up. Let's take a look at what Sega's got in store.
Nah, Valkyrie Chronicles not an interest. Bayonetta not. Vanquish now. Nah. Too much Tetris in the world. Shenmue.
Nine piece.
Oh, yeah. Or Sega gonna release like a big.
Shenmue
game?
1 and 2.
Oh, the Mixpot for E3 only had the first 1 million people. I thought I was in time for that.
Renaissance. Oh, announcement. What is this? Is this Yakuza?
Yakuza. This is Yakuza. Yep.
So they're doing a Yakuza remaster. Don't recognise this.
Oh, I do. That's on Steam.
Oh. Doge.
It's got plenty of good boys.
Oh, Valkyrie.
Yeah, it's on Steam. Oh, it's Major Nelson.
It's actually quite a few games.
Oh, it's like a collection, was it?
No, just games that Sega are releasing.
Yakuza 0 is available for pre-order right now and will be releasing on Steam in early August. We hope you've been enjoying the show thus far. We have so much more great stuff to come. Let's see what's coming up at this year's PC Gaming Show.
Coming up on the PC Gaming Show, a new publisher reveals 3 new games, and the first ever
I just saw
gameplay
Ooblets.
footage of Overkill's
I want to see this. This is the gameplay footage I really want to see.
Host, Sean Plott.
And I'm back. Our next guest is a regular here at the PC Gaming Show, having attended all 4 years. Frankie's with him up in the balcony. It's Tripwire.
Sean, if you are anything like me, you're
Tripwire
probably
killing floor.
Sean is 6'4".
I personally can't think of a better way to do it than by kicking back and
Killing
tearing
floor
up
2
a
time.
load of monstrous enemies. It's kind of
Makes both myself and Anthony feel absolutely tiny.
pop you out of the window, and I, for one, prefer the option that keeps
And Chris,
me
because he's the same
everyone
height, I suppose.
here in a
Self
job.
and Anthony, so.
With that in mind,
As far as I know.
am
How
thrilled
tall are
to
you, Chris?
welcome Bill Monk from
5'9".
Killing Floor 2 back to E3.
First time I'm actually the tallest person out of us.
Got a lot of fans in the audience still. Listen to
That
that
is a
applause.
first.
They all want to know what the
What is that?
latest from Tripwire and
No, of
Killing
interest.
Floor 2 is.
Yep, we've been
Or is
really
that just
busy
water,
working
Anthony?
on Killing Floor, and we got some. We got
Oh, it's
4
sponsored
major
by-
updates. The third
It's Scottish water.
The first one we dropped in March, and we're getting ready to drop the next one.
It's water straight out of my tap.
What's involved?
Yeah, so we're bringing the summer sideshow back.
I do have to
We're
admit, being
mixing
very
circus
sacrilegious and
freaks with steampunk.
Oh,
in a
you're
really
putting it
fun,
in the
exciting
bottle?
way. And we have a really cool new system that we're adding. It's
Oh,
called
no,
an
the
upgrade
class.
system. And with this,
Good.
there's 7
If you're putting it in the
different
bottle, I
weapons
think
we
it'll have
have
to
in our
kill you.
game, and each one you can upgrade
kill
and make it
myself.
viable for late play. So it really adds a lot of creativity to your
No,
loadout.
it's,
So I'm
a
really
speed
excited to
thing.
have that in people's hands.
So you can make your boy guns big.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Bill. Let's take a look at the trailer for Retro Skies Summer Sideshow.
World exclusive. Blood and gore, intense violence, language, partial nudity.
Just partial.
Mature, 17 plus.
By the way, Killing Floor 1's worth a buy.
Killing Floor 1 was free to play
Yeah, it
a
was.
few months ago.
Was it?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I've got it.
Someplace very safe, yes. You helped me escape that fray at my beloved Steamland. But now
Steamland.
help once again. I've got to get to my island in the channel. Now, listen up. I don't know how.
So basically, we're on board the Pridwin.
Circus freaks followed us on board. I think it's time to put on a show. Yes, of daring deeds and horrendous bloodshed. Oh, for me, my mechanical children have turned against me. Blasted traitors, careful lads, they're tough, even removing the head won't put these rebellious robots down. But take heart, lads and lasses, I have invented some new toys.
The Doomstick.
4 barrels are better than 2.
4-barreled shotgun.
Strikers, a shockingly stylish set of gauntlets, and the M99 sniper rifle. And finally, there's a last last-minute addition to the crew.
Watch this woman go.
Seems Mrs. Foster negotiated her way on board and is set on giving Zed
You won't like me angry.
the business. And remember, we'll see you.
We'll see you on the airship.
Fossy, joke for you.
I think Chris is dead.
No, I'm watching a
Then how do you explain my
Always Sunny video.
Come on, focus.
Did anyone just notice that last screen was offset very slightly to the right?
Yes, it's not very slightly, it was quite obvious.
This weekend, definitely check it out with Killing Floor 2, but that's not all that Tripwire has. I have the president of Tripwire himself, John Gibson, on stage. John, welcome back again.
Thanks, Sean. Pleasure to be here.
Now, I understand that Tripwire is stepping into also doing publishing.
Okay, you can do the Macarena in Division 2.
That's right. So, Sean, it's really challenging for developers
Okay,
right
then.
now with the thousands of games that are coming out every year.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get noticed. And then you have the traditional publishing deals. So we're giving developers fair deals.
Oh, Redemption.
We're going to be helping them rise above that noise so they can get noticed. And because of our experience developing our own games and publishing our own games, we're going to help them with marketing, funding, mentoring, feedback to help them succeed.
Yeah, I mean, the game that we have on screen is one of those games. This is Road Redemption.
That is right. I'm happy to announce that we're going to be publishing Road Redemption. We're going to be helping them grow and succeed even more on Steam, but also bring the franchise beyond Steam.
Now, I know today you have a world-exclusive new game, hasn't been announced
We
yet.
do. Nobody knows.
Before we roll the trailers, I wonder if you could give me a little bit of a tease.
Yeah, so we're working with the team at Blindside Games, and they're led by Alex Quick.
Oh, yeah, right.
So if you're familiar with the Killing Floor universe, you know Alex Quick was the modder that created the original Killing Floor mod, which Tripwire worked with Alex to bring commercial. And then Alex went off, assembled his own team, made the game Depth,
Okay.
with sharks and humans fighting each other, very, very successful. But now it's come full circle. We're working with Alex again, and we're going to bring his all-new game to market.
Well, let's take a look at it right now. World-exclusive new upcoming game from Tripwire.
Yet to be announced exclusive.
Close your eyes and imagine a place where the sun is bright,
Oh, don't be a SimCity style game.
a place filled with southern charm,
Don't you dare.
where the water is as warm
Oh,
as
no,
the
it's another depth style.
So come feel the wind in your sails.
It's Sharknado, the movie. The game.
The movie, the game. The meme.
No, it's the movie, the game.
Oh god, it literally is. Oh god, it literally
Oh, but you
is.
play as the shark.
Yep. Say you play as a shark.
Maneater.
Maneatergame.com now to book your vacation.
Yes.
Operators
Yes.
standing by.
Just coming soon.
Yeah, but they have a site at least which hasn't crashed yet. Get in there before it crashes.
So, hey, John,
That's the pre-order problem.
play as the shark.
You are the shark.
Yeah, how much is it? That's a lot. It's not.
This is
Yeah,
an
available.
open world action RPG where you play as a shark, or as we like to call
He's
it,
not joking.
a shark
Cheapest chips.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Got it.
so
Huh?
Cheapest chips. For the cheap game series, cheapest chips.
Yes.
Dude, there is a shark skill tree. Really?
He's not kidding. This is legitimately an
There is a
RPG.
full single-player campaign. You eat your way through it. You get bigger teeth. You can jump out of the water and snatch people off piers and all of that fun stuff.
I didn't realize this was a power fantasy I needed so badly. Now, where can people go to get more information about it?
They can go to maneatergame.com.
She's a
I
man.
doubt anyone will
No.
forget that here. That's maneatergame.com. John, thanks so much for joining me on stage. And once again, all the content that Tripwire
It's ridiculous. It is legitimately an RPG.
showcased earlier about Killing Floor 2 and Road Redemption will be playable here at E3. Definitely be sure to check it out. Coming up next, Frankie has a whole slew
Oh, God,
of
here we go.
unannounced games. Frankie.
Cheers, Sean.
Oh.
Things are looking tasty there, and I can't believe they named a game after my favourite weekend activity.
Oh.
So the heart of PC gaming, and next up is a brand new
I could say something, but I'm not gonna.
very first time releasing one of them. Behave
She's a
yourself.
man eater.
So let's take a look.
Hi, we're Untitled Publisher.
Oh, I
yes.
hope their name is actually Untitled Publisher.
No,
Oh,
it actually is.
That's a very good way of putting it, and that's true.
So, Untitled Publisher are naming 3 games, releasing 1 right now.
I want to see what this is.
I think they're going to show us.
Is it seriously called Untitled?
It's actually called the Untitled Publisher. No. No. Instantly, no.
No. Unless it's free.
Even if it's free. You need to give me money to play this. Nope.
Well, that's not the one they're releasing yet. What's the next one?
Oh.
Mothercare. I hope this is what I think it is.
It's a nice art style.
I hope this is what I think it is.
Alright, so it's first person. Oh. Oh.
Oh, I like the look of this already.
You're playing a game within a game. Installing turnip.
What's the chances about to change again?
Turnip, actually.
Harvest, yes or no? Morningstar. MorningstarTheGame.com.
Is it actually available?
It didn't say anything.
It must be there.
Warning! Likelihood of falling on your side. There is stuff behind you.
MorningstarTheGame.com's crashed.
Yep. As soon as everyone's seen it, they've gone to it. Also, I like an unintended consequence of having the screen over the loading bar is whenever I refresh the stream, it immediately pops up with a loading bar. The hell is this?
Maverick's website's still down.
Overwhelm. Get a feeling this is the one that's going to be available now.
Yep.
Yep.
All these games
Not a fan.
like must plays. And
No, all of those games do not like must plays, thank you.
on Steam right now with a special launch discount. So make sure you check that out after the show. And if you're at E3 this week, head over to the PC
20% off if you buy it this week.
to give Overwhelm a try. Right. Next up, it's time for us all to take a holiday, and where better than a virtual resort with some truly spectacular wildlife.
Oh, great.
Back again this year, our friends of the show, Frontier Developments, with a unique
this is
take
good.
on the park management genre. I am, of course, talking about Jurassic World Evolution. The long-awaited game is out tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just right to show that. This.
Possibly go wrong. Let's reach the goal, Blum.
Oh, he's actually in it as well. I'm not kidding.
I think that things are going to turn out differently, huh?
It's a few weeks before I go set up the movie.
The ones before you did too.
Brontosaurus is walking on water.
They believed that they were in control. And control.
No, don't touch the Pachycephalosauruses.
Here's the thing. Humanity is desperate.
Oh, that's not Pachycephalosaurus. That's a Paracephalosaurus.
Deceived by the illusion of it.
How's it go?
You never really possess it. Because if there's anything that
It's a Carnotaurus.
theory has taught us,
Stegosaurus.
nature is
It's not a Stegosaurus, actually. I can't remember the actual name.
when we interfere, when humanity tries to put nature
That was a
in
Stegosaurus.
boxes,
Looks slightly different. I think there's a couple that look identical.
Right, so it's base building.
No, it's a part management.
Yeah. It's coming out. But come out.
Tomorrow. It's a part management game, Anthony.
and power of what we're up against, and still believe
That
we can win.
is Triceratops. Yeah, it's all part management. It actually looks quite interesting.
What I would predict.
No, it does actually look pretty cool.
You've got to remember, these are the guys who made Planet Coaster, and that was a very good roller coaster game. Oh, let's go. Hi, go.
So excited
So that's
for that
tomorrow.
game.
Yep.
Our next title
10 minutes.
is from Insomniac.
Yeah, 10
They've been
minutes.
making amazing games for years, and they're going to try to take their expertise and answer the question: how do you make an open-world game in VR? Let's take a look at their upcoming game, Stormland.
This might be good for you, Chris.
Open world VR.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting concept.
It's ambitious as well.
Stormland. I know where that is.
You live in it.
Yeah, that's where the Baratheons were staying, and now the Targaryens.
No.
Oh, they've changed the logo. I like it.
Do that mean... Was it that like Storm's End or something?
Yeah, which was in the Stormlands.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Of course, I'm right. Come on. It's not as if I'm in the shore or anything like that.
That's my line. No.
Oh, brilliant. Oh. This does look very interesting.
So I can't tell, is that a Targaryen or a Baratheon?
The body deformation? Definitely
A
Lannister.
Targaryen.
No, Lannister.
Oh,
no, Targaryen,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
No,
yeah.
because the Targaryens were always inbred.
Yeah. The whole Lannister inbreed thing is just brand new, so there won't be
Yeah.
that much degeneration.
Oh, this is going to make a lot of people sick.
Yeah, that's a lot of movement, isn't it?
Oh, that bit rate.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yep. Yep.
The artifacting is horrible. Oh, we're Doctor Strange now, are we?
I've been playing a game, Low Echo Arena. It's basically, have you seen Ender's Game?
Yes.
Basically, someone made that in VR.
Nice.
So you actually control by grabbing on, like pulling yourself about. It's great.
Admittedly, that looks like a very cool way of getting around in VR. It would definitely remove the problem of walking and sort of just floating along.
I just don't like the ones where you have to teleport. Which unfortunately is most of them.
That looks like an Oculus exclusive.
If it is an Oculus.
Yeah.
Made by Oculus. Nice.
Oculus exclusive then.
That's why I get all of it is I got an Oculus, you can play all Oculus and Vive games on the Oculus. You can't play Oculus games on the Vive.
Step into the
Joining me
rift.
to talk about Stormland is the Chief Creative Officer at Insomniac Games. Join me in welcoming Chad Desern. Hey, Chad, welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
I want to start right away and ask, what is this game all about?
Well, in Stormland, you play as an android gardener. And an entity called the Tempest uproots your habitat and shatters your android body. So you've got to travel to a civilization above the Thunderheads to repair yourself and save your friends.
And I want to ask what open world means in VR.
Well, for us, it's about
schedule
giving
from
the
morning to
player the
evening.
ability
Should I
to
play this
explore
game
the
instead?
world
Should I
freely
stop
with a set
creating
of
a
android
video
movement
from the
abilities that are
affiliates?
designed
What
to
is one to
complete agency.
Anything you
Because
want.
that's always a huge question I have.
So you
Is
can
how does
call
motion
anything
work
if
in
you're
any VR
talking
title?
Just go ahead
Yeah,
and do
well,
that.
in Stormland, you can do things like fly just above the slip
please.
screen with your outstretched android hands.
Yeah.
You can shoot a laser into the cloud surface and then make a ramp, kick off of that,
Who's holding their hands up that high?
Like literally launching
No.
yourself with your synthetic android
That's like right
strength,
here.
and then like push off and glide back down
No,
using your hands
but even like
to
there, it's like
control
this.
your descent.
Just massive freedom of movement, yeah.
That's it. It's this set of mechanics that are designed together
This looks
to
like
work
it's gonna be expensive.
fluidly so that movement feels exhilarating,
Yeah.
and you can kind of take the world at your own pace with it.
I'm curious why VR for this type of title.
There are a series of things that we're doing with Stormland.
God, look at that
that we
shadow
can
pop
only
in.
do in VR.
Yeah.
It's about the expressiveness of having tracked head and hands, and how we use that for combat, how we use it for movement.
Oh God, I just saw the
Things
land
like
pop in under his feet.
scavenging
That's
technology to
really
attach it to your
bad.
body. Like you look down,
Must
you
be a
get
very
an
early
attack,
build.
and you attach it right into your arm. And then, suddenly you've got the ability to harness electricity or cloak yourself or all kinds of different cool android abilities.
I mean, the art is just beautiful in the footage that we've seen. I wonder if you could talk to me a little bit about the world and what it means for it to be ever-changing.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So that entity called the Tempest rearranges everything every single week so that we present the player with new playgrounds of movement and combat and scavenging. And you never know what you're going to discover. So every single
I do like that as a concept, the whole changing the terrain, especially if it's open world.
Yeah.
Because it makes that little bit more replayability.
Well, you can stay tuned by watching the Facebook and Twitter with at Stormland VR, or you can check us out at insomniac.games.
I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for joining me.
Or
Chad.
Oculus.com/Stormland, as it said on the lower third there.
Yep.
Frankie's up in the balcony with our next absolutely gorgeous-looking indie title.
It really is, John, because next up we've got a first look at a new game from publisher Raw Fury, a neo-noir detective drama featuring a Paris cabbie who finds himself drawn into a world of crime. Sacre Ruddy Bleu. Yes, I speak French. I can't wait for this one, so let's take a ride.
It's just a trailer, that's all that's on the website.
So it's not totally in black and white. It's black and white with a hint of green.
I'm not a huge fan of that art style already. And it's only just begun. Again, it's one of those things that the game is expecting me to read stuff. I don't want to be sitting reading stuff when I'm playing a game. Unless I'm playing Papers, Please.
If you like that last game, you'll definitely love the next one. It's from the exact same publisher, Raw Fury. It's an open-world narrative.
Can anyone hear that?
With an
What?
incredible
That
art
music?
style. Let's take a look
A little, yeah.
at Sable.
That the end of the music was
Sable.
but the end of the music
Not to be
was
confused
the
with
same,
Fable.
This
the
is
same
Fable
art-
with an S.
It was the same Archer music that Achievement Hunter used for a while.
This is a very interesting art style.
That looks like it's gonna bother my eyes after a while.
Oh.
That really gonna bother my eyes after a while.
It's voxel based. Oh, we're in Star Wars apparently.
I don't know what I think on this.
Don't like it.
All I can tell you is it's definitely procedurally generated.
Oh, it's Helm's Deep.
All I know is we're definitely not playing this on a Twitch stream because it's doing havoc with the bitrate because of all the
All the different
pixels.
colours and
What it's the fact there's so much going on, and the lines aren't straight, so it's getting confused.
Sable, nothing like Fable.
Joining me to talk about
There you go. I give you your line.
pretty much the entire core development team
I'll
on
pay him.
stage. It's Daniel Feinberg and Greg Kithriotis. I want to immediately ask, what kind of game is Sable? What can we expect?
Sable is an open world desert exploration.
So it's Journey 2.0.
A game about combat or about leveling up. It's a game about solitude, and it's a game about exploration. You play as Sable, a girl leaving her home to explore this world filled with monumental architecture, fallen spaceships, and you'll travel around on your hoverbike learning about the people, the culture, and the history of this world.
And you know, I talked about it before. I think this art style is amazing. Where's the origins of this?
So we were really heavily inspired by the clear lines style of French and Belgian comics, as well as Japanese animation, particularly Studio Ghibli. So
Yeah, he pronounces it right. Nice.
To feel the same sense of wonder that
I'll
you
always
get
say
from
Ghibli.
watching one of their films. And so from the very beginning,
And again, sounds very
we
similar
knew
to
we really
Gimli,
needed
so
to
I
nail the
mean.
visual style. And yeah, so we put a lot of time
Just toss me.
into our rendering
Toss
system,
me.
and
Never tell the
we're
elf.
really pleased to be able to show it to everyone.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that you two consist of most of the core development.
That still only counts as one.
What about the music that was in that trailer?
Yeah, so that was a new track by Japanese Breakfast.
Oh, yeah, the T-shirt. Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
right.
so she, Michelle, she is doing the soundtrack for the game. Japanese Breakfast is one of my favourite bands right now. It's incredible to have
Well,
her.
it all just came together so beautifully in the trailer, and I know that you guys are really regular about updating, you know, blogs, sharing.
I do apologise when the noise comes over.
So they can go to our Twitter account, ShadowXReg and ShadowXDan, or to sablegame.com.
Lovely, gentlemen. Thanks so much for
Oh,
joining
when's
me
the song
once again.
turn
The
right
name of
to
the game
sleep?
is Sable. Our next title is one that has been in development.
It's
showing up in our very first
1:30.
PC gaming show. It's Cloud Imperium Games still hard at work on their title, Star
Oh,
Citizen.
God.
What they have in store.
You could hear the
Are we s-
crowd then. Did you hear that?
Are we still talking about Star Citizen?
Did you hear the crowd just go, oh god. I heard some people do that. And I do not blame them. At all.
Right, let's see what's new this time, shall we?
New.
New in inverted commas.
All footage captured in engine. Yeah, no shit, everything is.
Yeah, I would hope so by this point. They've taken enough of everybody's money.
It better be a damn good story.
So I don't quite remember, how long have we been waiting in Star Citizen?
Years.
I know it's years.
– 2011.
2011. We're almost at the end of the decade and we still don't have this game. This game could be released a decade after it's announced. So if I get any of the details here wrong, just go ahead and say it. But Star Citizen is basically the game that got too much money on Kickstarter.
Not necessarily Kickstarter, but it got too much money overall.
Just in general.
Coming up on the PC.
If you want to
a message there from Gabe.
Gameplay footage of Just Cause 4.
Isn't there a mute button on the front of a Blue Yeti? There is on mine.
The final season. All new
Yes,
gameplay
there is.
footage of
It is right.
And now your host, Sean
Where?
Plott.
Where?
As we do each year at the PC Gaming Show, in addition to talking about games, we're also going to talk about some of the
This
upcoming
button,
hardware.
I'm back on.
To join me in talking about it,
Because I've
Senior
just
Brand
unmuted
Manager
myself.
From Acer, it's Eric Ackerson. Thanks for joining me up here, Eric.
Sean, really excited to be here.
Now, I just want to straight up ask, what are some of the big trends that consumers can be expecting right now?
Well, right now we're developing some
Yeah,
products
but,
for display space. We want to take the experience
it's-
to the next level.
to help with that, one of our new products is the Predator X.
Ultimately, I just don't
It's
care.
an incredible game.
There is no better sound in the planet than this.
120 hertz refresh. Users can overclock to 144. But what really takes it over to the next level is the inclusion of G-Sync HDR.
You know, I hear a lot about HDR. Can you explain a little more in detail what that is and what that means?
Well, there's quite a bit that goes into it, but for the purpose of this conversation, the fact that there are 384 individual backlit zones, so the backlighting can be...
Right, why are they using so much footage from...
Because they're advertising their laptop.
Each of them are individually
Right.
controlled. The brightness of the screen is...
I might have missed that there.
I'm just zoning out until this is done. I get what HDR is and I don't care.
Predator X27 with a max of 1,000 nits.
And you know, some of the titles that were showcased just now, there's a wide variety of some photorealistic, some with a really iconic art style. How does HDR contribute to that big range we see in gaming?
Well, one of the big things that helps is the color gamut that's available with these displays. We're able to do 99% of the Adobe color gamut, so it's better
Are
representing
they seriously
the vision
talking
of the
about
art director.
Quantum Dot
Yeah,
when
some of the games
Samsung
you
do
see
that
on
for
screen
half the
this morning,
price?
CR, Mass Effect Andromeda, Far Cry
Not on a
4,
laptop though.
2. Again, you won't see them in HDR
No,
right
but they're
now.
talking
We
about their
have
main
HDR
monitors at this
that
point.
work that way. We can't just stream
And the
it to you,
laptops, yeah.
you know, it brings me to one of my next questions about PC gamers tend to have a huge range of possible budgets. What are the different sort of products to look for at those price ranges?
Well, I mean, we cover the gamut from very simple and to the point to high-performance esports products or multi-view, surround, multi-display products. But we also go really crazy sometimes. We decide, we put our engineers to the test. What can you do if you have no limit? So one of the projects we've worked on is something called the Predator 21X. This is a 21-inch
curved screen laptop.
with a mechanical
That's
keyboard.
actually not too rare now.
Science,
No.
materials. We did a really good thing. But you know what? To be serious, not just to joke, we actually have to ship this with a Pelican case to protect the laptop, and it sells for $9,000. And we sold every single unit we could make.
No, they're
cover
idiots
every
whoever bought that.
spectrum of gaming.
You know, you brought up this Predator laptop.
Bet your Linus Tech Tips. Oh no, it did buy one. I seen it.
Look at the size of that thing, though.
Hear more about or
Yep.
even pick one up once they stop being sold.
So that's the good news is that we're shipping now. Our customers, partners are selling them. The bad news is a few have already sold out of this new Predator X27 monitor. I believe Micro Center is still in stock. Amazon will be in stock again soon.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on stage, Eric. Frankie is awaiting in the balcony with our very next title.
The PC has always been the platform for crazy ideas. In our next game, Genesis Alpha 1, you build and manage a space vessel, farm resources, deal with terrifying aliens.
Right, let's have a look at this because this sounds like fun.
Randomly generated universe. Oh, and you can take DNA
Ah, right.
across the galaxy, splice them with members of your crew to create new life forms.
Kinda ruined it there.
Day at the office. Let's take a look.
Oh, it's the Destiny.
Greetings, Commander. You have been sent to Quadrant Alpha 1. The mission is to find a new home for the crew on board of this ship.
Interesting announcement for the new Call of Duty. You can no longer buy DLC packs. You can only buy the full season pass.
Feel free to experiment with DNA and alien abilities to maximize crew efficiency.
So basically you have to pay in all one go now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it does mean that you have to pay it up front.
Just seems people here like we can only afford like maybe pay them as to come out rather than just pay one bulk amount.
No. Genesis Alpha 1, not looking too great.
And then, of course, that text in the middle is not centered again.
Now, if you didn't catch the pre-show quiz, you might be wondering who my buddy is. Well, this,
Oh my God.
ladies and gentlemen, is Webster from Drake's Cakes, one of the PC gaming show's sponsors this year.
Jesus
and he's got a cool
Christ.
competition for you.
Right,
Drake's
I'm gonna
Cakes
actually drop out. I'm
giveaway.
falling asleep here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, switching back to the standard
In
stream.
a gathering of PC
Enjoy
and tabletop
Sony if you
games,
survive.
concerts, panels, exhibits, and tournaments.
Hopefully we will.
It's like a 4-day LAN party, festival, workshop, and concert rolled into one. The very lucky winner will enjoy a trip to PAX West, including 2 tickets and a free trip
Have
to
you
Seattle.
switched back?
So if that's you, hit me
You should.
up
Oh,
on
there
the
we go.
States, because I am free. Webster, my man duck, this is very generous of you indeed. And by entering, guys, you will get a discount code to get your hands on some delicious Drake's Cakes available on Amazon. And if you're at E3 itself, don't forget you can meet Webster in person at the E3 Concourse Walkway, where he'll be giving away Drake's swag and tasty treats all week. So if you see him, give him a fist bump on my behalf. I'll take one now. Thank you very much, Webster. So if you have ever dreamt of spending a weekend knee-deep in one of Earth's best gaming festivals, visit pcgamer.com/Drake's Cakes and enter now for a chance to win and hang out with Webster. All right, Webster, all this hosting has got me a bit peckish. How about we look at the trailer for the next edition of the
Oh, and you don't starve.
survival series, Don't Starve, Hamlet.
Love the animation style of this. Oh, I see what the pun is now. Hamlet. It's a Hamlet with pigs in it.
Coming December 2018.
Nice.
Our next title is the next installment in a series.
Why
that
are
never
they
fails
once
to
again
make me
talking about
laugh.
Just Cause 4?
It's Just Cause 4.
Because they'll have
and they
Nerd Cubed
have
on this
a
one, I
brand
think.
new engine to bring the level of delicious
He's been
insanity
saying that he'll be
to
on at some point,
Let's
so
take a look at what the Apex engine in Just Cause 4 can really do.
I want to see if Nerd Cube does pop up at any point. I like that mix of the logo though.
Unless they're going to work with the engine on something else that's being released.
Yeah. I just don't see the difference between this and Just Cause 3.
It's a little bit prettier.
A little bit, yeah. But only a little. But only a little. The interactive weather systems, I think, are the big thing.
A bit small.
Big thing.
A bit small. Does look pretty beautiful.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Joining me to talk about it on stage now, from Avalanche Studios, it's Francesco Antolini and Adam Davidson. Gentlemen, welcome.
So we've got Francesco Tortellini.
Talk to me about the tornado.
Oh, tortellini. I'm hungry.
It's fantastic, isn't it? So it's a very nice piece of tech.
It's very nice.
Beautiful,
I did not expect to hear an Italian say that today.
It actually works. It's fully physicalized.
Yeah.
This means that it's roaming the world, wreaking havoc, and
It's not just like a background piece. It's actually impacting the world
This
before
is
you.
Just Cause, man. You go there and you play with it. Yeah.
You know, throughout the trailers that I've seen, it seems to be a lot of different environments that are available throughout. Can you talk to me about those?
Yeah, I mean, one of the most important things to us with this installment of Just Cause was bringing a lot more variety into the game, and that extends to a lot of things, but certainly the biomes of the game. So instead of one kind of region of, like, say, southern Italy, like we had last time, now you have lush rainforests, deserts, grassland, and even alpine biomes, all of which, you know, are rendered beautifully with the new Apex engine.
Now, something that's very important to me is some of my favorite features from Just Cause 3. Can you talk to me about, like, the wingsuit and the grappling hooks? Like, are those coming back in Just Cause 4?
Everything you love from Just Cause 3 is back.
Good.
But everything is also just better. There's more to do, more to discover. For example, the grappling hook is completely customizable. The combat model has been completely reworked, redesigned, enhanced, or new weapon, new enemies, new AI. We've got extreme weather, that interacts with grappling hook and parachute.
The wind that we saw from the tornado, is it just like basic wind effects also get incorporated as well?
Again, it just goes, so not even just an effect. So there is wind, it's physics, and acts with your parachute, grappling hook,
So
and the rest.
well, where can people go to get some, we'll call it first-hand footage of what Just Cause 4 can deliver?
They can check it out at justcause.com/E3 and for 3 days.
That's right. Believe it or not, E3 hasn't started yet. Starts tomorrow, 12th through 14th.
I love how that's technically the case that it hasn't actually started yet.
Forward to the hilarity of Just Cause 4. Now, our next title is one of my all-time favorite IPs. I can't wait for Frankie to talk to you about.
I just cannot get how that guy has a resting smug face.
Overkill Software and Starbreeze are the
He's just
creators of
perpetually
Halo
smug.
2. Therefore, it goes without saying that these studios are some of the most talented makers of cooperative shooters, and their next one is set in a familiar but new apocalyptic Washington, D.C. Here's the first gameplay footage for Overkill's The Walking Dead, and keep your eyes peeled for the release date at the end.
This I'm looking forward to. Because I want to see this. This is a game I really want to play, and especially if they'll have co-op.
May contain content inappropriate for children.
I wonder, could it be zombies being punched in the face very hard?
Skybound.
Yeah, it'll always be Skybound, remember that.
Starbreeze.
Because Skybound are the one who make the comics.
We were so many things. Husbands and
The
wives,
graphics,
doctors,
as much as these are pre-renders,
writers and architects. But when the world ended, all that ended too.
Think.
Every day we fight for more than survival. We fight to build a new
why would you let the zombies in? Oh, that is brutal. This actually does look like it'll be co-op.
It does very much look like it's at least weak.
Oh, I know what this is going to be like. It's going to be slightly more co-op than State of Decay.
Yeah.
It's going to be State of Decay-esque. This is not gameplay. I just made the point. I hope there's going to be gameplay coming out.
November 9th and then November 8th for Europe and the rest of the world.
That was,
pre-order as of tomorrow.
That was not gameplay.
And I have more good news. For fans of The Walking Dead, Overkill's game for The Walking Dead, of course, coming soon, but we have a second completely different Walking Dead.
It's the final season of The Walking Dead, Telltale.
Right now.
It has to be.
Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season. Joining me on
I am
stage
playing
to
this
talk
through.
about it is the lead
Are
writer,
you going to be
James
playing this?
Windler,
This will be a stream.
and the voice of Clementine
Should we?
herself,
Oh,
Melissa Hutchison.
no. They've actually got Melissa Hutchison. She's also a really nice person as well. She's not the age you'd expect her to be, at all.
Now, I want to ask right away for, people who've played through the first 3 seasons of The Walking Dead, in terms of the gameplay, what's some of the...
Take a guess at how old she is.
Okay, so for
And she
people
plays
who
Clementine.
don't know Telltale, we are a
33.
story-based company.
She's
We do
42.
focus on narrative. We've had our roots in
And she plays Clementine.
the old school point-and-click
That's
adventure
impressive,
games,
to say the
built our own
least.
cinematic style and almost a signature.
I've always loved the game
mechanic
graphic style of
that choice
Telltale. It
built.
just works so well.
Yeah,
that's
Telltale do
clear.
amazing stuff.
Clementine has lost a lot of weight.
choice to branch the narrative. What's new this year? We have traditionally combat and action. We've done with QTEs and
Okay, so now we've got a tiny
swipes and
junior
button
over there.
mashes and all of that. This year, with the final season, we're introducing segments of unscripted combat.
Yeah, we see some of this right here.
Yeah, so Clem probably just brutalizes on me there.
Well, he's going to be a douche.
Of course she is.
Oh yeah, so we also have the orbital cam, the over-the-shoulder camera. So that's offering our players opportunities to explore our environments, which you can also see from the B-roll. Is they're looking really good with this graphic black art style that we're employing.
Yeah, because in the previous games it was much more of a directed camera from scene to scene, but now you can really sort of explore the environment on your own.
Absolutely, yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
My car would disagree.
I want to ask about the story. I mean, Telltale games always have that as the central feature. Where does The Walking Dead, the final season, start off?
Okay, so it starts, Clementine has been on the road for a long time. We are post-time jump in the comics. She's been on the road. She's traveling with AJ, who is an orphan boy, who is the closest thing that she has to family. But they're reaching the end of it. They are like running out of steam on the road. It's like proving to be untenable. The final season, Clementine discovers a school, a secluded school, where there are no adults, and essentially sees that this might be a place that they could call home.
Yeah, and what are the sort of challenges that she's going to face throughout the season?
Oh, all kinds of challenges, yeah. Like zombie threat all the time. Yeah, of course. And then there's always the external threat, like at some point there are going to be adults coming in representing external threats that she's going to have to deal with.
Now, Melissa, I want to ask what your experience has been like, because it's rare to have, a voice actress journey along with a character in a multi-year journey. I mean, how long ago was the first recording that you did?
2012?
Well, it was 2012, but we might have even started in 2011. I don't know.
We're not going to do math on air.
Yeah, we're
That's
not
always
doing
a bad
math.
idea.
That's not happening right now. It's been a long time, and it's not only just playing one character. It's actually been aging with her, growing with her, and falling deeper and deeper in love with her, and starting as this young child who's playing as Lee. It's your job to protect her, and then organically moving through all these seasons, and now you're playing as Clementine. I mean, really, this is a fan-driven game.
It's gone full circle.
Final season is for the fans, and you're going to be playing as Clementine and protecting AJ, and this is just near and dear to my heart. And
how do you feel about the fact that this is the end?
Well, I mean, it's bittersweet. I'm super sad. I'm super psyched.
The colour hues in the game have changed a lot. You spoil that, it's very green.
Obviously, I'm surrounded by talent with Telltale Games, and
It's very green and brown. And that is easily one of my favourite sort of hues for any games, because it puts huge emphasis on bright colours.
Human right now. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it's a
Games.
positive mindset you get from those sort of colours.
Yeah. There we go.
August 14th, and it's available for pre-order.
Available to pre-order, and it was
August 15th. 15th. I'm going to order that. I'm going to pre-order that.
And that's thewalkingdeadgames.com, or you can find it on Steam as well. For our next title, Frankie, we're going to head back to you.
How much is it then?
Next up, have I got a treat for you.
It's also available on the Humble store.
Games, it's a magical action roguelike that
Anthony.
Is that a wand in your
Okay.
pocket?
So you might be able to get a bit of money back on it.
Don't let the retro art style fool you. Noita is
Or at least you can buy it on my affiliate link,
a
isn't
world
it?
where every pixel is physically simulated. Let's take a look.
Oh wow, that's really cheap. It's on a discount. Anthony. It's on discount. Just to let you know. £15.38 right now.
It's not a bad price for it.
I shall
Is
link
that
everyone
just
in the chat to this. I shall
Is
link.
that just episode 1, or is that...
That's the final season.
The full season?
Yeah. It literally says that. Includes access to all 4 episodes. I'm going to link this in the chat. That is the pre-order for The Walking Dead final season. It is currently on offer, down from £19, which is highly good for
spiritual successor to one of my favorite childhood games, Bean Hospital. Joining me to talk about it are the 2 founders of 2 Point Studios to talk about 2 Point Hospital. Join me in welcoming Dr. Webb.
Please tell me these guys are actual doctors.
I'd like to think they are.
Wow. Great suits. I know, I gotta ask, as 2 fully trained medical professionals, how does one run a hospital in 2 Point Hospital? Wait, oh my gosh, is the stethoscope eliminating your microphone? Oh,
I think it is.
We do this every year. Come here, talk to me.
Okay.
It actually was.
It's the stethoscope. That's a really
and
that's a really interesting phenomenon.
Yeah. Talk directly at my tie.
Yeah, listen, you said don't talk there.
Yeah.
I got to look out here, you said.
Yeah, no, just look.
That's a
straight at the
really
ground.
interesting phenomenon.
Customization, there's...
I'm always a fan of this style of game, so this will definitely be something I look into.
Carry on then. Yeah, a lot of customization, a lot of interesting.
So when we stream The Walking Dead, the final
world,
season,
which, with all these different
how
characters,
do we
actually
think
really
that's going to go?
illnesses and
Not going to comment at this point.
you have fun in
Once
2.5
this stream finishes, we shall discuss.
and curing people with different ailments. And as you can see on the screen, we've got this is real. We actually researched this. It's a certain animal, and also you can train people. You can train your doctors to be better, your nurses to be better. Do research so you can unlock new wonderful cures.
Yeah. You know,
saying everything, isn't it?
Sorry, I didn't know if
no,
your mic
it's
was
great.
working. I was a bit backfilling. Carry
Yeah,
on.
so I mean, no, tell me about it. Like, what is the sort of late game sort of experience that you'll be playing through? Because this looks like it's quite deep into the running of a hospital.
Yeah, this is later on. So you start off and you're researching and you're training up staff, you're diagnosing illnesses, and you're hopefully curing them and making money, and then getting off.
I see this malady. Yeah, I see this malady called turtle head. Can you explain a little bit about what that is?
Yes. It's when the head becomes so shrunken, it gets stuck in the neck orifice, just pops out slightly, and it has to be extracted. And Mark, how
yeah, well, this is something you maybe we've all been there. I know. This is one where a little bit of suction always helps, and
and
it's gone.
And out it comes. Yeah.
Now,
we had to research how to do that.
That's actually a real illness.
Yeah, it is. It's real.
England.
Now, I had to ask about something that I think every young man has to deal with at some point. What is a monobrow infestation?
Yeah, well, monobrow is,
follically enhanced.
Yes.
Problem. We've all been there.
Yeah. I haven't.
No, okay.
But it needs to be diagnosed and cured pretty quickly. If it doesn't, it'll fester, and you might shed a bit of hair, and in fact,
it will actually leave the body, and it needs to be got rid of before the health inspectors arrive.
It looks like the monobrows.
The monobrows are actually breeding.
Yeah, they're big.
Oh.
Monobeasts.
They like dirty places. Disgusting. So you've got to keep your hospital clean and well maintained.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to breed, and you'll have a trouble.
I want to ask about sort of how the game evolves over time, because Theme Hospital was very mission-based. How does the experience of running a hospital change as the game goes on?
Yeah, so once you've started your first hospital, it's it's a pretty simple affair, and then you move on.
What do you think then?
2 Point County, there's different regions.
No, it looks good.
There's cold region, there's warm regions with contagious diseases.
I'll definitely give it a go.
Yeah.
There's poor regions, there's rich regions.
Yeah. So we've got volcanoes.
Yeah. We've got all sorts of wonderful weird effects can happen in different parts of the
So
world.
you might struggle to manage your hospital empire because a volcano went off nearby.
Yeah, it's about spinning plates, isn't it? You've got everything set up nicely, and then
something happens.
Well, I'd love to
Today.
know more information about when 2 Point Hospital is coming out.
Well, we're coming out fall, and you can check us out by going onto our Steam page and hopefully wish listing. And we're coming later in the year.
We're told.
No.
That guy's got his hand behind his arm.
Really looking forward to it coming out.
He's
Hand
just
behind
like
his
that.
back.
Joining me, Doctor and Doctor.
I think he's just standing there like that.
2 Point Hospital.
More Battle Royale.
Now, our second Battle Royale game of the afternoon takes a fantasy RPG-esque bent, and you may have even seen it streamed on Twitch in the previous week. Let's take a look at
Fuck is
Hi-Rez's
Fantasy?
Realm Royale.
Fantasy strategy.
Okay, so this is just Fortnite. It's paladins. Have you noticed that?
It's a lot of paladin sort of appearance.
I think it is made by the same people. Yeah, this is
Didn't
made by the same.
Paladins just finish?
Yep, this is made by the same people. It's got to be.
Available now.
For free, get it.
Joining me to talk about Realm Royale
Get
is
it.
the executive producer at High Res Studios.
If that's
It's
free, I'm
Rory
getting it.
Dubrow, aka Dry Bear. Mr. Dry Bear, what separates Realm Royale from other types of battle royale games in the genre?
It's a good question. So before you go up into the air to determine where you land on the map, you'll actually choose from a list of fantasy classes like mage, hunter, or assassin, and specify a unique play style before you land.
How do these different classes work?
So the engineer will be more about bunkering down, putting up shields, putting down turrets. The assassin will get behind the lines using stealth, use a sniper rifle to take out targets, and the warrior will just jump in there throwing axes and being crazy.
And, you know, in some of the streams that I've watched, it also seemed like there were abilities, not just the loot and find stuff. Can you talk to me about how the ability mechanics work?
Once you choose a class, it'll come with a set of abilities, and you'll actually be upgrading these during the match, but it specifies your play style. And so as you're looting, abilities as well as armor and weapons will come out of the chest.
Okay.
You'll start equipping that and determining the play style you want, and so you can just really specify.
And, you know, you mentioned this a little bit. I've seen it on stream. Talk to me about crafting in the game. I mean, how does crafting work in a game where there's a constantly shrinking play circle?
We're really excited about this. So strewn across the map, there are places called forges. And so once you go to the forge, you'll collect shards from disenchanting loot you find as you're going about. And you'll use these shards to start crafting legendary gear, very powerful pieces that everyone will want.
Yeah.
Once you start the forge, a smokestack will appear above the forge, and everyone comes over to
Like
fight.
a mini objective, even.
Big team fight.
So I know that Realm Royale is currently available for free on Steam, but I hear that you have some goodies people can check out that are E3 exclusive.
That's right. So free on Steam. We're actually out for less than a week now, and we were already number 4 on Steam charts. And this week at E3, through Mixer, if you stream on Mixer and you're playing, the streamer that gets closest to the Crown Royale will enter into the hype zone, and so everyone will see you on. You'll be featured on the main page of Mixer. And you'll have a chance to win the Jailbird chicken skin, which is our first piece of cosmetic. It's a little chicken with like a little jailbird,
Should give that a go.
like prisoner outfit, and just box around. It's hilarious.
That looks like a good game.
You should give that a go.
Please look it up right now.
Since we're not
Rory,
affiliates,
thanks
we
so much
are
for
able to
joining me
stream on
stage to
Mixer.
talk about Realm Royale. Once
Thanks,
again, it's for free on Steam right now. Our next game is one that was shown at last year's PC gaming show, and Frankie has some updates of what they've been up to.
Yes, John, as you may remember, our next game is made by a team of just 2 people. It's called Ooblet, and it's a fun
Oh, I like this. This looks really cool.
inspired by Pokemon, Harvest Moon, and Animal Crossing.
This is really cool.
This fresh trailer features a first look at their unique combat system, along
Was that
with
a bad
plenty
O?
of cute Ooblets and environments.
Why?
This is not for me at all.
I mean, I wouldn't play it, but it is certainly adorable.
See, whenever I see it, I always think stick bold. Nah, it looks good, but it's not for me. Ooblets coming to PC and Xbox One.
Now, it wouldn't be a PC gaming show without a dash of strategy, which is why I'm delighted that we get the chance to share with you the next
Anno again.
Let's take a look
Oh
at
my
Anno
God.
1880.
And once again, another Ubisoft game that Ubisoft did not release themselves. Who am I kidding? I'm going to play this. RTS has always been my thing.
So, Starlink, remember that? Exclusive for the Nintendo Switch?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's not exclusive for the Switch. It was involved with the Switch.
Okay, so it's 70 quid for the special edition.
There's PS4, Xbox, Switch, and PC.
It's 70 quid for the special edition with a Joy-Con mount, the plastic starship, 4 amiibos, and the game.
Gentlemen, welcome to the stage. I want to begin right away by asking, for people who haven't seen or experienced the Anno series, what are these types of games like?
Yeah, well, Anno 1800 is a PC only real-time strategy game, and it's kind of mixing city building together with economic simulation and naval warfare. And at its core, it's a sandbox game, so you have a vast amount of freedom to explore the world and build huge cities.
And I wonder if you could talk to me a little bit about why the choice of the 19th century for this game.
Well, the 19th century, it's such an interesting and rich era. There was so much happening in this era. So we had two industrial revolutions. We had major scientific inventions and also big social changes, and also the creation of the big imperial empires. So it's a really rich era.
And what are some of the elements that we'll get to see from the 19th century?
I'm really not sure about the Sony conference, even though I really want to see Death Stranding.
Well, basically you start with a
I'm definitely not going to be able to do a conference at that time.
Settlements, and then it's a kind of a journey through the 19th century. So it's a kind of, you explore everything that kind of happened in this rich era.
And I understand that you have a very unique take on how to work with the community, how to gather feedback. I wonder if you could talk to me about what is Anno Union.
So last year at Gamescom, when we actually revealed the game, we decided on, it's pre-alpha, we revealed the game. We invited the community to basically become a member of our development team. So we launched our Anno Union platform. It's a place where we give constant weekly updates on the current development and invite players to give feedback and basically help us developing the game.
Can you give me like an example of exactly how some choices have been steered by the community?
So there's a lot of different stuff we did. So like from feedback we got on our blogs and focus playtests where invited players. We got so much great feedback, which had to completely rebalance the mid and late game of the game. Also, we actually expanded on core features of the game based on feedback. We said like, okay, that really seems to work. Players like that, so okay. Let's do it improve the quality a little bit even more.
Yeah.
But they can also vote on actual game content. So we had a big vote for an AI opponent in the game, for a community creation contest where they could create their own island and stuff like that.
And I understand that some of this footage that you're sharing right now is pieces that people can go to anno-union.com and vote on right now.
Exactly. So just in time for E3, you can go to anno-union.com, check out, we have a vote up where you can vote on one of 5 ships in the game. And that's only the first stage, because in the
That's actually
stage,
pretty cool.
We will allow you to design your own ship variant. So the winner of that first vote, then you can hand in your own design notes, drawings, 3D models, whatever you like. And the winner of that contest will actually make it into the game.
Now, where is the website that people can go to again?
But of course, not get paid.
Yeah, just check out anno-union.com. That's basically our big community platform, and we want to invite especially strategy gamers, PC players out there to come help us developing the game, sharing feedback. Just check it out.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining me on stage to talk about Anno 1800. Our next title is the final battle royale of the night, and Frankie is going to be talking about it. And it's a little bit, maybe not what you'd expect.
Is it
Tiny
Cars?
is known for discovering distinctive indie
Oh,
developers
I know what
and
this
bringing
is.
their quirky ideas to the
You remember what it is?
With Cluster Truck, Speedrunners, and Hello Neighbor among their catalog.
Battleground Simulator thing?
And now I'm delighted to be able to bring you the world exclusive reveal of a game developed by Galvanic Games in cooperation with Explosion. Inspired by the Cyanide and Happiness webcomic, Rapture Rejects is Battle Royale as you've never seen.
Oh my god, this actually sounds good.
Gentlemen, believe it or not, top down, isometric, cartoony, and basically bonkers.
As soon as she said top down, I'm done. That's it.
Makes an epic feel, and only beams
Don't
over
like
bad
it.
people. Introducing Rapture Rejects.
That's a great name, though. Rapture Rejects is a fantastic name for a game.
Oh, so it's a real tiny build game.
Yeah. And it's in feature with the Explosm as well, which is massive.
Dear God, every day I strive to be closer to your light. I pray that when Judgment Day, that most holiest of days, comes upon us, when you bring all the good people to heaven, that I may live in eternal glory by your side. Amen.
This is going to be really dark and sort of very controversial. I love the animation style, though. Please say he's rejected. Please say he's rejected.
Thanks, bro.
I like the look of it already.
Hey, it's me.
Would be quite ironic. What would be hilarious if he just suddenly had a Scottish accent after that? This looks ridiculous.
Smell you later, you old
Oh, I want it. No, I'm signing up for that now. Cue the website dying. Yep, it's gone. Oh no, it's back.
I can't believe we got to show that trailer. That's so great. Our final game that we will be showcasing this evening is from perhaps the most famous stealth action franchise in gaming, the Hitman series. Let's take a look at a brand new trailer from Hitman 2.
Now that's impressive.
Here we go. I want to see the graphics more than anything because it will look very similar to Hitman. Oh, someone didn't like Lewis Hamilton.
Welcome to Miami, 47. The innovation race is on its last day, and it is down to the wire. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox. A day of high-octane thrills and two very public targets.
This looks very interesting. Oh, you can slap someone with a wet fish. Yep. Oh. Jesus. That is amazing.
November 13th.
3 days after my birthday.
Sniper Assassin available today if you pre-order.
Ooh. Are you now considering it?
Oh, I'm always considering it. It's almost definitely a
Let's see how much it is. £8, £8.29. What?
Jacob Mickelson, join me up here, Jacob.
So it says to play Silent Assassin, but Silent Assassin is already a game.
Hey, Sean. Welcome, Jacob. Thanks for joining
Sniper
me.
Assassin.
Tell me,
Alright.
what is Agent 47 doing in Miami?
Well, he's there to, heavy to Sharon Robert Knox, who are part of the concept Empire. And yeah, we all know how that ends, right?
So this is obviously going to be episodic content, just like the previous
And, I always
game.
felt like in the Hitman games, the environment was
Sniper Assassin is co-op, Anthony.
trying to study and trying to understand it. What are some of the elements in
Did I just hear you put down your cup and just sit up a second there?
Absolutely, Miami is.
No.
I think it's one of the biggest
it's
events
co-op
we've
though.
ever created in the game, and in Miami we have of course the race as the centerpiece.
Yeah.
But being this super high detailed sandbox, we also
Available
go to
for
great
pre-order
lengths
now,
to
but
create all
where
the
could you
mountain
pre-order it
bits
from?
and pieces, like you have here backstage area. Of course, we also have that in Miami. So pits and paddocks. There's an emergency room, and so on. So all the
Legitimately, where did you pre-order it
for
from?
you to kind of make your
Check
own
Steam.
way through the
I have.
mission and take advantage
not there.
of the locations. and all the different disguises and items you
If you
spawn.
type Hitman 2, guess what it comes up with?
Silent Assassin.
Mechanics, I know that there's going to be a lot of the familiar feels, but what are some
Oh
of
no,
the
there it is.
brand new mechanics
That is
that are-
expensive.
Yeah, some of the new stuff is, for
60.
instance, the crowd.
No,
which
about
is
45.
in Miami. First of all, there's more than ever.
Yeah,
we're close to 2,000 people now in the scenes, and on top of that, we also introduced a new crowd mechanic where you can dip into the crowd if you get in trouble. So as long as they are not fleeing or running away, then they're there.
Let's have a look at the gameplay of Sniper Assassin quickly.
Another new thing is the picture-in-picture mechanic, where you get information about what's going on other places in the level. So if you're setting up traps,
I think I know what it is. It's your versus another sniper, and you have to find the other sniper or eliminate all the targets.
Right. Which is the sniper briefcase is back, but this time it's not only for sniper rifles, it's also for all the other things you want to carry around, kind of without causing too much attention to yourself.
And I want to ask about some of the weapons and the disguises that have been showing up throughout these trailers.
Yeah, we go to great lengths. I think the theme of this showing is going to be the fish. It's really it's a studio favorite. We're having a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
That.
I want to ask about some of
Oh, no, there we
my
go.
favorite content from Hitman, things like
So,
elusive targets, limited
here's the
time
point.
events. Will those be making a comeback?
Oh, hang on, I'm going to let you listen
So
to this.
there's still going to be escalations for you to kind of challenge the game in many different ways. There's going to be challenge packs. Again, new challenge, and then of course
Escalations, elusive targets, and limited time events.
So I'm going to make a point here. Sniper Assassin mode allows you to jump into the Hitman series with another player and work together to take down targets.
Yep, 2-player co-op.
To the whole game?
No, it'll be set targets.
Hang on.
Where you get to play as Agent 47, and also for the first time in the franchise, you can play along with a friend in the co-op mode.
Well, Jacob, thank you so much for coming out. I'm super
Yes, it's
looking forward to Hitman 2.
£45,
Wait,
Anthony.
quiet.
I might
Yeah, I
be
just
the
missed all
worst
that there.
Hitman ever, but I try hard. Now,
With what?
Jacob, I'm going to thank you.
They were just
because
explaining
I'm gonna
what
escort
Sniper
you off
Assassin mode was.
right. So you're going to rush off this way, because coming in from the left, for the
He said a
first time
sentence.
ever,
Just
vaguely
explain what I
reminded
said,
it's the
basically.
co-host, Frankie. Come here, Frankie.
They let me come down from the balcony for good behavior.
Excellent. Well, Frankie, we did it.
We
The
did.
PC Gaming Show is done. Thank you so much for joining us to host this year.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for all of you who came out
Right,
to Will
that was the
joined us
final
today. It
part
was
of
a
PC
blast.
gaming.
Thanks to Twitch, chat.
Some pretty
I know that
interesting
everything you
stuff.
said was appropriate and
Biggest thing for me
totally
was
thought out.
definitely
And of
Hitman.
course, this
Right
year
there.
we're curating even more great PC games
And
from Facebook booths
to
in
explain
E3
Hitman
South.
very quickly, because I've...
And of course, not
Oh.
least, a huge thank you to all our
Sorry.
wonderful sponsors who let
Okay,
games
so,
come back for a fourth
quickly to
season.
explain what Hitman is, it is not episodic.
Hi-Res Studios, Digital Extremes,
Anthony?
Archangel Hellfire, Team 17,
Okay.
It's not episodic, there is no indication of that on Steam at all.
Square
8 curators have reviewed the product already, but I doubt it's actually a thing.
Thank you.
I'm willing to give them a bit of time to actually explain what's happening, because if they're trying to charge 45 quid for what looks like one mission, it's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
I think it is not that, but anyway. Thank you very much for watching that.
It has been a long day,
Understatement of the century.
a very long day, so it is time to relax. At some point during the week, we will release a video detailing all the ups and downs of the E3 press conferences. Thank you very much, everybody who has watched throughout the last 36, 40 hours.
Yeah.
I got nothing left to say.
Apart from Hitman. Hitman 2. Goodbye.